Is there a way to make social design in games simpler? Yes, there is. And it's spelled G.A.M.E.R.S. Hello, and welcome to Digital Thriving with Weszt Hart, where we talk about tactical and practical ways to help the world thrive online. As you're probably aware, games are at the forefront of digital thriving work. This is because games, especially multiplayer games, are an incredibly rich medium that's delivering more valuable lessons than most others about how to help people thrive online. I work in games, and my mission in the gaming industry is to make social simple. But making social simple is rarely a simple matter. It can't be. Designing for what people will do, should do, and could do together is fundamentally complicated. However, while I can't make social simple all the time, I've developed a tool to make it simpler, and in that way, help foster digital thriving. The tool is called the G.A.M.E.R.S framework. If your game has groups of any kind, you should care about groupness. Groupness is about unity and mutuality. It's about the feeling of being in a group, which is why we say groupness, not just group. It's crucial we care about how players feel. We want every group to feel like a team, because that feels better as a player, which, of course, keeps players playing. If groups feel bad, we don't have groupness, and we see churn. A key goal of groupness is cohesion. Cohesive groups naturally foster prosocial behavior, curb disruption, create a sense of belonging, and perform better, which is great for team games. Within groupness are topics like group cohesion, obviously, identity, size, and roles. And the work of groupness includes designing for optimal team size, reducing unnecessary group friction, developing and synergizing team roles, and organizing players. Assurance is about safeness and trustability. Note, I didn't say safety. This is intentional. Players can have safety and yet not feel safe. The feeling of safety, safeness, is key. Safeness encourages player retention, and security drives them away. Disruptive behavior can undermine assurance, but we must consider more than that. We need to set clear expectations, explain the rules of the game, create space for practice, and develop social scaffolding. We must produce behavior policies and implement them through penalty ladders, intervention systems, reporting tools, support agents, and more. And in the end, if players don't feel safe, they won't stay. So you must care about assurance. Mastery is about sportsmanship and growth. Even if you don't have a team game, these concepts are important. Sportsmanship is ultimately about respect. Respect to the game, teammates, opponents, the rules, and yourself. Growth is about intrinsic motivation, and this is key to digital thriving. I often describe thriving in multiplayer games to be when you feel good about yourself, your interactions with others, and that you're getting good at something. In mastery-oriented environments, we see less cheating and bullying because self-mastery is the goal. In ego-oriented environments, we see more cheating, more bullying. And so this is why we want to foster an environment that prioritizes self-mastery. Now, winning is still important, but in this case, it's framed more as a test of self-mastery. Now, topics within mastery include self-determination, intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Exchange has a lot to do with direct engagement between players, but gets its name from social exchange theory, which proposes that all social interactions are exchanges of a sort. Thinking of social interactions as exchanges seems to be eye-opening for a lot of game designers and may unlock new design opportunities. Exchange is ultimately about fostering social satisfaction and prosociality. Social satisfaction is about how rewarding it is to interact with others. And prosociality is about actions that benefit others. Games with high social satisfaction and prosociality are more enjoyable and socially sticky. That's good for you and your players. Topics within exchange include mutually beneficial action, prosocial action, and bond building. Repetition is basically increasing retention through repeat play and meaningful connections. This category is usually best considered later in development, since building repeat play and meaningful connections requires a live game and audience. Repetition focuses on helping players develop a thriving extended network of trusted playmates. Well, why does this matter? Well, players with extended networks always have great people to play with. And players with extended networks come, play, stay, and pay more than other groups. Topics that fall under repetition include repeat play, reputation, social capital, and social norms. Our last category is possibly the most underserved: setting. Setting is about environment and narrative influence. Conduct needs context, so how we design the context of a game shapes how people think about and act towards each other. The setting category asks essentially, how does the game space shape the headspace? And the feeling we want is, my community is vibrant and full of great people. And the more players feel this way, the more likely they are to continue playing and the stronger your community will get. In order to create this feel, we must think about things like space and encounters, story, and identity. In this episode, we looked at the G.A.M.E.R.S framework, one of my favorite tools for making social simpler. G.A.M.E.R.S is an acronym that stands for groupness, assurance, mastery, exchange, repetition, and setting. Each pillar covers an important area of social design. Each creates player value, engagement, and retention. You don't always need to care about every pillar all the time, but you do need to care. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for joining. Please hit subscribe wherever you're watching, and I hope you're thriving out there.